Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today we are going to study. I'm going to share some verses from an enlightened Bhante, from a meditator, from a monk, and he is giving some instructions for a meditator, for the other meditators. Let's see what this enlightened Bhante share with us. The verses of Arahant Mahāsatipaṭṭhāna. These verses resonate with the discussions that we had so far during our sessions, especially with the one that we talked recently. The last week we studied about the sense restraint. And these verses are very helpful to understand and for further understanding about the sense restraint. This is how these lines was. A monk should avoid. If a monk is greedy, he will miss the goal which brings spiritual happiness. Okay. Now, friends, don't think that this one is only for the monks. This is only for the monks. We don't need to follow this. But whoever like to concentrate their mind, they can do that by practicing this way. Okay. This is not to be taken as something that's separated from a household life. If a monk is doing something to meditate, to concentrate their mind, the householder, the lay person, should do that practice much more greater, like much more powerfully. That person should dedicate even more than a monk. The layperson should put their energy, put their effort for a highest level if they need to concentrate their mind. Because in a monk's perspective, the monk has more time, less distractions. But that doesn't mean the householder should not meditate, they should not concentrate their mind. They should have even more striving to attain that goal of concentrating the mind. Now, this verse says, a monk should not always be occupied doing many duties. That doesn't mean that the monk or the practitioner should not do duties for others, but this means that should not concern only about the work that we do. Because we do works until that we leave the world. Will there be a time that we stop our works? No. Stopping the duties? No. We do those things up until the last moment. Because some people think, okay, I will go to the monastery and meditate when I'm growing older. When I go to my last stage of my life, I will go and meditate. But now I have these duties, these responsibilities. I should take care about my work and my other friends, relatives, children. So people think like that and stop meditating. Okay, so this Bhante say should not collect all the things around and only concern with all the works because they will miss their goal. Remember the sutta we studied that it's hard to observe the breathing and the postures and the body meditations. If you if you do what? I don't remember the word.
Yeah.
There is a special word there in that. Yeah.
Distractions.
No. There was a few things. Do you remember Kammaramata, Basaramata?
Yes, take delight in work, delight in talk. Yes,
Exactly.
delight.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. Delighting on work, delighting on talk, delighting on sleep. So in that sutta, Buddha said that person cannot observe their breathing more easily. This is what exactly this Arahant Bhante also says. This enlightened Bhante also says, monks should not always be occupied doing many duties. Don't go with delight on work. Yeah, of course, monks too has works. They build temples, they build kutis, they build meditation centers. So this Bhante said, don't delight in all of those things. It is helpful for the future generations, but you have your own practice also to do. Okay. Next say, a monk should avoid people who gossip and talk unnecessarily. Does that make sense? If a person gossip and talk unnecessarily, basaramata, delight on talk. Do you remember we studied about 32 talks Buddha said not to do for a meditator, a person who search for their inner happiness, inner success? That person should avoid 32 talks. Can somebody name one? Let's see. What are the talks not to talk?
Talk
If
about
you search
kings,
for
Bhante.
mindfulness, yeah,
Talk about kings.
yeah, talk about kings, yeah, countries, kings. There were like 32 that to avoid, but he said instead you do talks on mindfulness, talks on concentration, talks on virtue, ethical conduct. These things nourishes your peace of mind, your mindfulness. Especially here, this Bhante say gossip. It is said that at that time, Kumbhaṭhāna Katha or something like that, because it said at that time people go to the well. There is a common well, people collect water. And then these people go to the well and then they meet there and they start gossiping. Gossip, gossips in next to well, the place where people draw water. So people start discussions there. It is a kind of a gossip, Kumbhaṭhāna
It's now by
Katha.
the water cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. There can, even though that nowadays we don't draw water from the wells, but there can be such places people go and just talk gossip unnecessarily. That doesn't nourishes their mind. That's why it is something to abandon. It's not because that Buddha hated the worldly life, worldly discussions, worldly talks, but from the perspective of a meditator who search for inner welfare, one need to avoid. If a monk is greedy and desires nice things, he will miss the goal which brings spiritual happiness. Here, the nice things means the object of the senses. When we go chasing after beautiful sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches, it distracts the spiritual happiness. You see, there is worldly happiness. If a monk is someone who abandons those things to dedicate their entire time to meditate. If that monk is still become greedy about those nice things, that monks won't be able to concentrate the mind easily. The monk started his life or her life that meditation, but thinking completely right to those meditation. But at a point, if person goes after the things which brings greedy, like the after beautiful things, that must direct change of the shifts will side the meditations, mindfulness. More importantly, that person might loses the spiritual happiness. So there is no any contentment inside because of not receiving the spiritual happiness. Because so this person, the Bhante, this person should restrain the senses, avoid that happiness for the sake of developing the householders, for the lay practitioners. Um, they should also have a kind of an understanding, even though that there is beautiful things for the senses, my spiritual happiness won't be success if I only focus to those things, if I only chase after those things. I should time to time develop a spiritual happiness too. Okay, that's why I said there is more powerful challenge for the householders when they live in their household life to concentrate the mind, because there is no easier way to develop a spiritual happiness. Okay, we think, okay, today I will meditate and today I will develop a spiritual happiness. Somebody talk to us and start a discussion on gossips. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened in that place where we draw water, Kumbatana Kata? Then start a unnecessary discussion. Then it's very hard to concentrate the mind. Okay. Then next, this Bhante say, indeed, wise people consider respect and homage given by others to be a swamp. Swamp. Swamp means a place, it's not very helpful, useful, like a muddy pond, muddy pond. There is people at that time, people used to put garbage and unnecessary things to the swamp. It's mostly next to a village or something. People put all those things to that swamp. There can be water, but it's not very helpful. Indeed, wise people consider respect and homage given by others to be a swamp. When others praises us, when others respect us, the wise people like the Buddhas and the enlightened Bhantes saw it like a swamp. It's not very helpful to the mindfulness. Why? Because it can develop our ego. It can develop our conceit. Then if a person addicted, like attached to those respect, that person suffers inside. Oh, why I don't get homage from others? Why other people don't say about good things about me or praise about me? Okay, this is very special place to understand. This doesn't mean that we think, okay, this if I pay respect to another, that will be a swamp, so I should not respect others. Practitioner. If somebody were to think that I should not like respect others because it will be a swamp, it will be useless, so I don't respect others. If a person think like that, it's not right, it's not correct. We should respect others, we should pay homage to others, but we should not expect other people will do the same for me. Wise people can easily let go that attachment. The reason why the person should not chase after these others' respects and homage is because that it can stop them from their practice. The person might think, okay, look, I receive this respect. That means that I am enlightened, so I will stop here. That is hard to remove. An untrue person will never give up gain and honor offered to him. Sometimes people worry why other times that in the past people respected me, but now people don't respect me. Why I lost that? It's very hard to remove that. One should not insist others to do evil, nor should he do it himself. I say that because all beings all beings live with karma as their relative. One should not insist others to do evil, nor should he do it himself. For an example, let's say harming living beings is a evil thing to do. They themselves should not do it and should not ask another to do that. There are some people, they don't harm, but they say good things about harming others. No, should he do it himself or convince others to do so? There's a reason for that. It's because that the action will follow them like a relative. I say that because all beings live with karma as their relative. The karma is like a relative. We have a relationship. The same way our actions has a relationship with us. Sometimes there are some relatives get angry at us and they leave us. Oh, I don't want to stay with you. And this person leave us. But does the karma, the action, the result, will that gonna, I did this bad action, please leave me. Can we ask the karma to that like that? No, karma will definitely come to us. Buddha say, I don't say that this karma will go away without giving without giving a result. It won't go away without giving a result, whether it is good karma or bad karma. It will definitely come to this person. Okay. One is not a thief just because others say one is. A person might tell another, oh, you are a thief. But from that word, a person won't become a thief just because that person tells that. We can replace this thief with the other words also. People criticize us, telling that we did something that we want. We didn't. Not just the words will affect the person if this person is pure. Just leave behind whatever the other people say to you. One doesn't become a holy because that other people tell, oh, you are such a beautiful, peaceful person. It's not that person won't become that holy because that person others tells you're a good person. One knows oneself to the extent that devas know who he is. One knows oneself to the extent that devas means the gods know who he is. Just to say that we for ourselves in our conscience, the gods know about that person. This means that there is no secret. Other people, other beings see. Foolish people don't understand that we all will die one day in this world. But since wise people understand this fact, their quarrels cease. People won't fight if they know that everyone will die. Of course, people know that one day we will die, but it's not a understood fact inside. It's not well comprehended. People don't really feel that they will leave at some point. Because of that, people fight with each other. But since wise people understand this fact, their quarrel cease. Why do you want to fight? Why do we want to quarrel? Why do you want to clash? Why do you want to do bad things? Because even after the loss of his wealth, the wise man indeed lives. But no matter how much wealth one has, if he hasn't gained wisdom, he is not truly living. There are people who have lots of wealth, but because of that wealth, that person intoxicate, that person puff up, or that person take so much conceit and put others down. Look, I have this and that, but other people don't have like like me. Because of that intoxication, this person do many bad, wrong things. That's because this person doesn't have wisdom. That person doesn't have the knowledge how to restrain, how to develop mindfulness, how to practice generosity. But no matter how much wealth one has, if he hasn't gained wisdom, he is not truly living. Let's say there is a person barely lives with the possessions, that there is only little wealth, but this person has much great wisdom inside. How to let go anger, how to let go greedy thoughts, how to be content. That's truly a life. That's an amazing life. Even though a wise person hears all with the ear, sees all with the eye, he doesn't want to take it in nor reject that which is seen or heard. Even though this person sees things, hears things, he's not ready to take everything, which means this person developed restraint of the senses. The topic we discussed last week about the sense restraint. Therefore, this is the most beautiful verse in this group and really helpful to every one of us. This Bhante say, therefore, at things that shouldn't be seen, he is as though blind, even though he has eyes. There can be things that could bring the greed, anger, and keep us with that greed and with that anger. This person is like blind. Even that person has eyes, lives like blind. When there are things shouldn't be seen. At the things that shouldn't be heard, he is as though deaf, even though he has ears. There are good working ears, but this person is like a deaf person when there are things that shouldn't be heard. Let's say someone is keep criticizing us all day long, but this person is like deaf. There are ears, but this person is like deaf. I think we discussed about this. Abandoning the greed and grief, restraining the ear. This doesn't mean that you put the ear plugs or you close your eyes forcefully. This means that person is developing mindfulness, not to get angry. The person is like deaf. Person is like blind. Why? Because it can increase negativity in their heart. This is just an analogy to understand this mindfulness. At things that shouldn't be known, he is as though foolish, even though he is wise. This is very beautiful one, because there are people who has knowledge to do bad things. People have knowledge how to kill living beings. People develop knowledge how to steal properly. There are people who have knowledge how to do sexual misconduct. There are people who develop knowledge how to tell lies wisely. There are people who have knowledge how to uh, take drugs. That's a knowledge. That's a knowledge human beings develop. But this enlightened Bhante said 2600 years ago, and things that shouldn't be known, he is as though foolish. Oh, I know how to kill. Please ask me. He doesn't say like that. He's like foolish. Oh, I don't know. Even though he is wise, he's act like a fool in that moment. In front of the evil, he's acting like a fool. This is very beautiful, very beautiful line. At things that shouldn't be done, he is as though weak, even though he is strong. There can be a very strong person, but there is a living being to be killed. This person is like weak. Oh, I cannot raise my hand because my body is weak. He is not telling, okay, I will leave it for me. I know how to do bad things. No, this person is like weak. Oh, I'm very weak. I don't have very good power in my body. This person skip. This person leaves those evil things, doesn't do anything bad. And at last, this Bhante say, at things that lead to harm, he is as though dead, lying in bed. If there is something brings us harm, this person is like dead in front of those things. Don't do. Don't do for anyone. There can be someone who is justifying, no, it's okay. It's okay. You do bad things. It's okay. Who knows if there is a next life? It's okay. Please do this bad thing. This person is like dead. In the Sinhalese translation, there is one more, as I remember. It says that this person is living like dead because to protect that person. This is the self-protection. To protect that person from the evil things, to develop good things, this person is staying like a dead body. These verses were said by Arahant Mahākaccāyana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much for joining with me. May you be well, happy, peaceful. Take care, friends, and be sure to meditate. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. By the power of all the merits we accumulated by this discussion, may we have the great opportunity to understand the Four Noble Truths and to attain the perfect bliss of our mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.